Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the Fourth and a Dream podcast. Man, it's been a while, but it hasn't been a while. Am I right?
It seems like forever ago, man. I mean, it's been what, like almost 3 weeks since we've actually sat and been able to catch up.
It has. It has.
Life life's kind of gotten in the way a little bit.
We had some adventures, But we did get a video out last week to you guys. It was short and sweet and to the point. This week we're gonna do a quick run around about week 3 and week 4 and what happened in the league, and then we'll get a little bit of a deep dive into what we think is going to happen in week 5. But did you enjoy your time away, Mister Kamish?
Dude, let me tell you, man, it's my second time going across the pond over to Europe. It was nice to get away for a couple weeks and immerse yourself in a completely different culture and see a different region of the world, if you will. So
Nice.
it was uh, it was uh, it was much enjoyed getting away and spending a little QT with Mrs. Kamish. So
Nice.
it was nice, man. It was nice. So
Catch any football over there?
I mean, what are we talking about? Are we talking about football Americana, or are we talking about football? Because as far as watching the American pigskin over there, man, most of the kickoffs started at 7 p.m., 10:30, and then the Sunday night and Monday night games, those didn't kick off till like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, man. So,
Damn.
trying to find a place to show that kind of stuff, especially inside the city, was a little difficult per se. And to be honest, I didn't really do too much searching because I wasn't going out to watch a game at 1 o'clock in the morning. So I know last week there was discussion about Barkley playing on Monday night, and I looked at the wife and I said, "You're crazy if you think I'm setting an alarm at like 1:45 in the morning just to wake up to see if he's playing." So, um, yeah, but as far as the other football goes, you throw a rock in any direction, man, and you know you could find whatever game you're looking for. It's like, you drive around the states here and you see like pickup basketball courts like all over the place. Well, not over there, man. It's pickup football. So, I mean, they have little soccer fields like everywhere, man.
Hmm.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's
I try.
definitely a sport not cut out for you or I.
Yeah, I'm not even good at FIFA, dude.
What?
I don't get it. All right, so quick recap: week 3, right? We're gonna back it up here a little bit.
All right.
So we had Smoking Joe and Masturbator. Masturbator 109, Smoking Joe 94. Not really a lot to say. Mr. Miyagi loses to Iron Smoke 109 101. Tropic Thunder loses in a close one to Snitches 100 to 94. Friday Morning Oil Change gets the dub against the Commish.
How'd that feel?
I wasn't really paying a whole lot of attention to it, to be honest. I was on my own adventure, but you know, that might be the second or third time that's ever happened in league history with me and you playing.
I was
So
gonna say that as much as you and I consider ourselves a nice rivalry, man.
there is no rivalry. Yeah.
I was gonna say I was just happy to see Mixon win.
Thanks, dude. And the crazy thing is to make this, we're moving quickly, but Devin A Chain on my bench dropping a 50 bomb and I still won. That's crazy. So Jolly Roger destroys the AT aliens in the Battle of the Northeast Georgia War Room, as you say. 114-83, and in the 5-star Battle of the Ladies in the League, Mrs. Kamish sneaks by ass and TDs 99 to 91.
Nothing like a good clean cat fight every once in a while.
Yeah. You want to go over the week 4 wins and
Yeah,
losses?
I'll give it to him short and sweet, man. We had the AT Aliens with an 82 to 71 victory over Master Bader. We had the Miyagi Illuminati 95-87 winner over Bills Mafia president Asantidis.
His name just keeps
We
getting better.
Yeah, man, every week, it just
Next week it's
continues
going to
to
be
evolve,
Miyagi
man.
Illuminati. It just gets better.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
He might run out of characters on that one. We had Mrs. Kamish, wide receiver, big over yours truly, Baby Billy Bible Bonkers, 129-75 in a close one. We had Friday Morning Oil Change is a 190 winner over Iron Smoke. The Jolly Roger with a buck 28 over Tropic Thunder, 128-85. And in the 5-star that turned out to be the not so 5-star, we had Smoking Joe Burrow, huge, 112-49 over Snitches Get Stitches. And that was the week 3 and 4 recap, everybody.
I think we missed the mark on that week 4 5-star, huh?
Hey man, when you start trying to gaze into the future,
Yeah.
about a week and a half to 2 weeks, man, like
Yeah, that was tough. That was tough. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on to week 5, right?
let's
So
do it.
this one we can actually talk about a little bit. Some things have
Yeah.
changed. Some people are coming back from injury.
Hey, real quick, before we start talking about week 5, I just wanted to give a little update on the standings, right? As we were just talking about before we got going, we got 10 teams in this league that are 2-2 or below. So this thing is wide open right now.
Wide open.
In not a positive way.
No, not at all. Not at all.
And shout out to wide receiver, pacing the league right now at 4-0. And I mean, real quick, do we owe Master Bader an apology? I mean, I feel like we really haven't been campaigning for that man too much so far this season, and he's 3-1. I mean, should we just start making him like the automatic lock of the week? Maybe.
I think he likes it more when we don't make him the automatic lock of the week.
Even more reason to pick him, right?
Touche.
There you go.
Yep.
All right, so week 5.
So getting into it,
There you go.
Master Bader versus good old Tropic Thunder.
All right,
Who you
man.
got, Kamish?
It's all right. So I'm gonna start on my brother-in-law's side of the ball here with Tropic Thunder, right? He's got the number 1 scoring running back in fantasy football, CMC, just doing his thing, but he's got a terrible matchup this week. He's at home. He's taking on the Cowboys. Cowboys front 7 has been a tough nut to crack so far this season. He's gonna be missing Mike Evans, but I think with Mike Evans being out this week, it looks like that Nico Collins is going to get the start for him. I'm just guessing here. Nico Collins is probably going to be input that starting lineup. I feel like if Tropic Thunder is going to get a W this week, it's going to be on the back of Nico Collins, especially with them going up against the Falcons. And the Falcons, man, well, that's a whole nother story on the offensive side of the ball for Atlanta. But real quick, on Master Bader side, I think his X factor this week is going to be Aaron Jones. He kind of felt like only got a couple touches last week against the Raiders. Was kind of getting worked back in. I believe they were taking on the Lions last week. So they get the Raiders this week on Monday Night Football. I think Aaron Jones is going to be more involved. So I'm going to go ahead and take my automatic lock of the week, man. Give me Master Bader in this one. Let's go by 8.5 points this week.
Okay. So looking at these two teams, right? I think the quarterbacks are a wash, and I think the running backs are a wash too. Honestly, I agree with you that Aaron Jones is probably going to have a good week. I think this all comes down to their wide receiver core on both teams. To me, it's going to be a close one. I don't think CeeDee Lamb is going to have a good game against that San Francisco secondary. Chris Olave is going to be going up against a depleted New England secondary. Rookie's out for the season now. They got J.C. Jackson back from the Chargers, but who cares? I'm gonna agree with you to disagree, and I'm gonna take Tropic Thunder here by 7. And
Who we got?
The Texans, man, they're a contender, dude. I don't think they're a pretender. They're playing good ball
There,
out there, man.
there's been a lot of positive vibes on local talk radio, local beat out here in Houston. Um, CJ Stroud's getting a lot of he's turning a lot of heads, man. He's looked pretty solid the first month of the season, and I don't know if you've seen any of his interviews, but it seems like he's quickly turning into a leader of this ball club. And I know it's super early, man, but there's a real chance that Houston may have their quarterback for the next handful of years. Hopefully this, hopefully you know, hopefully he doesn't screw this up.
Yeah.
But I mean, it seems like he's saying a lot of really good things right now.
And he's got weapons too, man. He's got Dalton Schultz. He's got Nico Collins. He's got Tank Dell. Tank Dell's doing pretty well. Damian Pierce is in the backfield. I mean, they got some stuff going on, man.
And man, you got a guy like Robert Woods too, man, with a little bit
Yeah.
of veteran leadership for the locker room. So I
Yeah,
mean, things are trending in the right direction for Houston for sure.
absolutely.
So we got next.
We have Iron Smoke and Aston TDs.
All right, starting on the smoke side here. Father-in-law, he's got, man, Herbert's going to be out this week. He's on a bye. So he's forced to start our boy Russell Wilson, and he's going to be at home against the Jets, man. Defense travels. Jets are going to give Wilson a fit. If there's one big beef I got with Iron Smoke's lineup, it's at the tight end position, man. I can't fathom a scenario right now where you are starting Kyle Pitts in a fantasy football lineup. Atlanta has no idea what to do with him. Jonnu Smith's getting more run than Pitts. So, and unfortunately for him right now, the waiver wire tight end, good luck. So, on the Aston TD side of the ball, if I'm going to pinpoint one person this week, it's going to be Zay Flowers. I think he's got a really plus matchup this week, even though they're on the road in Pittsburgh and it is a divisional game. I don't know, man. I think Baltimore's starting to find that rhythm, and Zay Flowers is going to be the beneficiary on the outside, man. So I'm gonna go. I know this ESPN's got it kind of a coin flip, man, but give me Bills Mafia president passing TDs by a touchdown.
Is it time for us to stop hating on Russell Wilson?
No,
He's the 8th best quarterback in fantasy right now. He's been rather consistent. I'm just putting it out there. I'm still going to shit on him. But it might be time for us to stop. I'm not sure.
I mean he's had a couple of plus weeks, going north of 20 against Chicago and against the Manders. But then again, like when he hasn't done that, when he hasn't done well, I feel like he's costing your fantasy team, man. I mean, like when you start a quarterback and you're getting, 15.1 or 14.2, like you're setting yourself up for failure. Like I'm not saying that our league is designed to be like QB heavy, but I mean, good luck like scoring that many points and thinking that you have a very high probability of winning. So, I mean, if he hits it right this week, good call on Russell Wilson, but I just don't like the matchup against the Jets, man.
That's fair. I think this is going to be a close one, man, but I don't think it's going to be a barn burner by any means. I'm going to kind of wing this, and I'm not going to really talk much into it. I'm going to pick Ass and TDs solely because Aaron Rodgers is still on her roster.
Fair.
Solely. But in all honesty, Josh Allen went nuclear last week, and I think it's just the beginning of that. Jacksonville's defense is kind of meh. They're going to be at home. I think that's a deciding factor. It's a quarterback versus quarterback game here. And like you said, Russell Wilson's doing a lot better than he did last year, but he still kind of sucks. So, give me ass and TDs by 13.
All right.
Damn already. Wine receiver, Friday morning oil change.
All right, man. I'm gonna start on the oil change side of the ball. The whispers in the bushes this week are saying that the Jets are gonna take the governor off of Brees Hall this week, and he is gonna get the workload. Denver has been terrible this year. So on the oil change side of the ball, man, I feel like Brees Hall is going to be the X factor this week. Before I jump to wide receiver side of the ball, I'm also going to point out that right now, both of you guys have the Niners defense and the Cowboys defense slated to go this week. They're playing each other, which, I don't know how much it's really going to swing the outcome of this game, but I mean, like, if you start seeing one team impose its will, man, like it could be a very big swing in the final box score of this game. So that could be a matchup to definitely keep an eye on. On the wide receiver side of the ball, she appears to still be going with Justin Fields at QB. She's got Stroud on the bench right now, and Stroud's starting to make some noise, man. I mean, Fields coming off of the big game last week, so I think she's thinking that she's going to continue to ride the hot hand. But if there's one person in that starting lineup that I think could be the X factor for wide receiver this week, it's going to be Brian Robinson Jr. Unfortunately, he's playing on Thursday night. Thursday night football is very weird most of the time. But he's got a very plus matchup against the Bears, man, and Robinson has been getting the volume. So if it's going to be wide receiver to 5-0, it's going to be on the back of Brian Robinson. I'm gonna take the upset this week. I'm gonna take Friday morning oil change on the back of Brees Hall finally cutting it loose, man. I think he goes for probably about 30 points this week. So I'll say FMOC close.
I don't know if I like that juju, dude. Something doesn't feel right about you picking me. Also, I want to know, is Mrs. Commission in the same room as you right now?
Nah, she's downstairs working on a call right now. First floor.
She can't hear you?
No.
Well, at least you're safe. For now. I think it's going to be a close one, man. Again.
Do it. Do it.
Dude, I think the deciding factor is who gets the ball more, Mostert or Achane. I think that's a deciding factor.
Do it.
Me by half a point.
Let's go. Let's go. I know he wanted to do it so bad.
4-1, baby. Clip it, ship it.
Let's get it, dude. We're both in the doghouse after this one.
Listen, dude, I stay in that shit. I stay in that shit. If it ain't work, it's my wife.
Hey, there you go.
And if it ain't working, it's my wife, it's my mom. I stay in there. I could write a book about being in the doghouse, dude.
There you go. There you go.
All right.
All right, man. Who we got next?
Smoking Joe, AT Aliens.
All right. We'll start on the Smoking Joe side of the ball here. He's got big David Montgomery coming off of his 32 burger from last week and his multitude of touchdowns. I mean, top to bottom, man, the lineup looks good. Like I said, Monty's going up against Carolina, man, and, they've been They've been suspect against the run this year. So I mean, I feel like if he's gonna get the dub, man, it'll be David Montgomery. As far as the ATL goes, man, like who would have thought that we'd be sitting around here doing a recording talking about the Sam Howell Terry McLaurin stack for the Manders? But here we are, man. I, that's it. I mean, he's still waiting on Jonathan Taylor. I mean, yeah, he just got, he just came off the pup, and I mean, they got to activate him yet. So I doubt you were going to see him this week. But man, if the AT Aliens is going to win, man, it's going to be a Thursday night stack led by Sam Howell. Oh, Lord have mercy. I'll tell you what, man. Let me it just sounds better. All right, we'll go with the stack, man. Give me the AT Aliens, led by the Manders. Give us something to talk about next week.
This is painful, dude. But I agree with you on the stack. But the stack is Tua and Waddle, not Howell McLaurin.
Who this man? Look at him. He's pulling for the Dolphins this week. Look at him. Look at him.
I'm not pulling for him at all. I'm not pulling for him at all, dude. But man, I mean, Miami got knocked back down to earth last week by Buffalo, but they're going up against the Giants.
Giants ain't stopped anybody this year.
I don't know if you watched any Giants games this year.
Rough.
But dude, they got beat by Dallas 40-0. Dallas offense and Miami's offense are two different breeds right now, dude. Mm-hmm. And Dallas's offense is good. Miami might put up 72 against the Giants.
They might.
Hopefully it's all Achane. But dude, this is a barn burner. Looking at, I see a 30-point difference here.
Woo.
Yep. I'm taking Smoking Joe, man.
Whoa. Big time, huh?
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah, 105-75.
Woo. All right.
Sorry.
Sounds good.
Sorry, auto pick aliens. That shit ain't working out. It's not happening tonight. And I like Sam Howell too, man. He's kind of fun to watch.
You like that?
I hate.
Speaking of that, speaking of you like that.
I hate pick. Yeah. Speaking of.
Yeah, let's go. Who we got next?
Jolly Roger and old snitches get stitches.
All right, man. Snitches get stitches and the Jolly Roger. I mean, I'll start on the snitches side of the ball, man. All right, so Kenneth Walker is on a bye this week. He's still got Jamar Chase in that lineup, and you know as well as I do, man, it ain't right in Cincinnati right now. I mean, like Jamar Chase said, I mean, he's been wide effing open every damn week. So, I mean, maybe this is the week that the squeaky wheel gets the grease, but I mean, who knows? I mean, the big matchup is really going to be Kansas City versus KC. And, you got Pat Mahomes going up against Kirk Cousins and the rest of the Viking crew on this one. It is not in prime time. So we're not going to have to worry about primetime Kirk Cousins. So this one should be a shootout. I feel like they should be, exchanging blows with each other from a point side of the deal. But I don't think this one's going to be close. I'm going to fire the cannons this week, man. I'm going to take the Jolly Roger, and I just is Taylor Swift going to be at this game too?
I don't know, dude. Probably. Is this the game where we start talking about that?
I mean, yeah, hey, why not, man? I mean, it's KC and the Vikings, so yeah.
Kirk Cousins is going to be asking Taylor Swift at the end of this game if she liked that. Okay, this game, That game could become nuclear. It could be a 40-42 just shootout. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna agree with you on this one, and I'm gonna give it to the good old Jolly Roger. But man, that game, I'm so tired of hearing about this Taylor Swift shit. I'm gonna be real with you, dude. Who cares?
I think we're all just waiting for the song post breakup,
It's
right?
gonna be an album, dude. It's gonna be an album.
It's gonna be the Sunday Night Football anthem next year.
You can't push my girl Carrie Underwood to the side for Taylor Swift,
Hey!
dude.
Listen, hey, Mrs. Kamish. Every time she hears that song fire up, she starts looking for me because I'm looking at the TV going.
Yeah, just sitting there, just sitting there, just yeah. You know
All
what
right,
though,
man.
dude? Good for Travis Kelsey, man. Good for
Hey,
Travis Kelsey.
it's like your boy Bill Belichick said, man. It might be the biggest catch of Kelsey's career up to this point, right?
What do you think the album's gonna be named or the
Oh,
song?
don't put me on the spot like that, man. I'm not the one to be asking that question.
You got to have a certain set of testicular fortitude to go after a woman who literally has made billions of dollars writing songs about her exes. Like that's very respect. I mean, that's something, dude. It's either dumb or ballsy or both.
Hey, man. Kelsey just out here making he's making a business decision, baby. He's all about that exit strategy. He's only got a couple years left in the league, man. He's thinking post football.
He's all over the news, dude. Good for him.
Anywho,
Yeah. You know,
five star.
he gained like 900,000 followers on Instagram, dude.
That's impressive. Hell, we can't even get one extra subscriber.
Yeah. You know who the second person with the most followers gained?
His brother, right?
Jason Kelsey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his brother.
I'm team Jason Kelsey, dude.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. Whatever. Anyways, Jolly Roger by 1,000.
There.
I can't wait to see Kirk Cousins with his shirt off and them gold chains hanging, dude. Listen to some big timers.
There you go. There
Yeah.
you go, man. All right. 5 star time, huh? Who we got?
Baby Billy and Miyagi Illuminati to be continued. Trademarked by Friday Morning Oil Change.
This probably shouldn't be the 5 star, but you know what? The hell with it, man.
Why not?
You know, me and EB go way, way, way back, and I'll start on the baby Billy side of the ball here. It's pretty much going to come down to whether or not Cooper Kupp and Saquon Barkley go this week, man. If they don't, you can go ahead and ship this 5 star right on out the window, and because it's going to get ugly real quick. But it sounds like things are starting to trend in the right direction for my top 2 picks, man. So fingers crossed, I get them both back. Feel like Cup is probably a more probability to go than Barkley this week. Which I think if Cup goes, that's gonna cut into Mr. Nakua's targets a little bit. So hopefully that will slow Mr. Miyagi down a bit. If there's one guy on his side of the ball I'm kind of nervous about this week, man, dude, I feel like it's Hollywood Brown. I don't want to pick on the Bengals too much, but I mean, it's been a shit show in Cincinnati, and that's probably an understatement. So, I mean, Arizona's shown a pulse this season, man, and they've been feeding him the ball. So, I feel like between him and if Green Bay can figure out a way to slow down Devontae Adams, man, but that's a revenge game. So, we'll see on Monday night. But I'm gonna do it anyway, man. The hell with it. I'll take myself by a half a point.
I respect that. I respect that. Yeah, dude, you're in uncharted waters right now.
Oh yeah.
You are banged up. It's gonna be tough sledding for you this week, man. You know, and I hate to make this pick. Either way, I hate to make this pick.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
I think by the end of this week, week 5, I think Mr. Miyagi is going to be over 500, and I think the Gailey household will collectively be at 500.
Fair enough.
Yeah, give me Miyagi by 19 and a half.
Not even close. Damn.
Puka is going to let Cooper Cup know if he plays that Cooper Cup is the number 2 receiver in LA. Okay. That guy looks like Maui from Moana, but not fat. I think he makes the rules here. Yeah, Logan Paul, you're number 2. Okay.
Come on, Lamar. Lamar to Mark Andrews. Help a brother out.
They better, dude.
Nah.
He better throw Mark Andrews 4 tutties next week,
Hey, I hope you put that good energy out in the universe, man. I love
dude.
it.
I lost in my other league last week thanks to Mark Andrews, and I had Seattle on Monday night put up like 26 points on defense, and I still lost. Yeah.
Yeah, you put almost 30 up on defense and you still find a way to lose.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep. Shout out to my buddy Bonnie. He
I
watches this
mean,
podcast.
hey,
He's an
look at
asshole.
yeah. I mean, look at Tropic Thunder last week, man. He got 41 out of CMC and mm,
Yeah,
mm.
man.
It happens, man. The
Remember at the
long
beginning of the season when we were talking about pre-draft strategy, and I was like, "Man, I don't know if CMC's it." Boy, was I fucking wrong, huh?
that
Holy
dude,
shit!
he's something else, man. Mm.
And he's not slowing down. Is he? He's
Hey,
30, isn't he? Isn't he 30?
yeah, yeah. I mean, granted, he had a couple seasons, man, where he didn't get too much additional tread on his tires because he was a little banged up. But I mean, hey, listen, man, I get it. I mean, in my Houston league, man, it's a draft, it's an auction style draft, man, and we've got a $200 budget to get to get our draft order put together, and I took CMC at $62, and people were looking at me like I just way overpaid for this guy, you know, and I'm watching CD Lamb and Justin Jefferson, and this is in a standard league, man. I mean, Justin Jefferson went for damn near $80, you know? And like I said, I hit 62, man, and I'm people are looking at me like, man, that's a lot of money. And I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll take it.
Gotcha, bitch.
Highest scoring team in the league right now.
Yeah. Well, at least you are in one of them.
Hey,
You know.
no doubt about that, dude.
Yeah.
No doubt about that.
Yeah.
Hey man, auction drafts, in my opinion, are so much easier to navigate than a snake draft. Snake draft, you're pretty much at the mercy of who's getting taken in front of you and where you're at in the draft order. So, at least with an auction, man, you get a guy you want, you go get him, man. Especially early in the draft. But
Yeah.
it is what it is.
All right, dude. Well, what do we say we put a bow on this one, huh?
Hey, that sounds good to me. I'm gonna make some phone calls this week, and we're gonna try to peel somebody else off the bench here and see if we can get a third wheel in here to make some picks, so we can get somebody else, to give y'all some poor information on selecting these winners this week. Besides just Bowman and I.
Yeah. It's rough out here.
Hell yeah,
I don't even pay attention half the time. I just wing it.
no doubt. All right, buddy.
All right, man.
You stay out of trouble this week, huh?
Yeah, I'll try. Everybody have a good week. Hopefully nobody's players get injured. Hopefully Travis Kelsey gets his heart broken by Travis Tritt or whatever her name is. Taylor Swift. They look the same to me. I don't know. That's right. I said that.
Damn. Um,
Y'all have a good
all
week.
right.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Tell us how stupid my last statement was, and we'll see you next week.